You're probably going to see your first sales start to roll in once you've got and this is where it really gets good. This is all the stuff that matters. So make sure to pay attention for this part. Contrary to some people's beliefs, it's not about... YouTube is an incredibly powerful tool for music producers, and you can start seeing results without having a ton of subscribers. I feel like every producer in 2023 should have a Type Beat channel, at least to showcase their work. So let's get into how to do it the right way. So first things first, you gotta have fire beats if you're gonna be doing a Type Beat channel. Don't be posting no 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10 beats. You want the best of the best every time that you post. There's a lot of people out there who don't follow this rule. I used to be one of them, where I would save my best beats for sending out for placements or trying to get an exclusive sale, whatever. Don't do that. Post your best beats on YouTube. That's your catalog. That's where people are gonna see your work. If you can make a really crazy beat, you can make another really crazy beat. So post it on YouTube, let it get that exposure. It might even blow up and make you a bunch of money, which honestly is better than getting a placement for a lot of people. You're gonna see more money, you're gonna build your own brand, you're gonna get recognition. But anyways, let's say you've got really fire beats. Now, what are you gonna do next to start your Type Beat channel? Well, you wanna figure out a genre. You don't have to pick, oh, I'm gonna do this artist, X this artist type beats all the time. Really, you're just trying to figure out what genre you're best at, what you can do the most consistently, and what you're not gonna get tired of. So once you find a balance between those three categories, then you've got the genre for your YouTube channel. Alright, the next step is to pick out the beat that you wanna upload first. So I'm actually going to upload a beat in front of you guys so that you can see what my process is and what I do to give myself the best shot at making a beat sale. The very first step to uploading your beat is to put it on Beatstars. If it's not on Beatstars, it doesn't matter if it's on YouTube. If a million people see it on YouTube but they don't have anywhere to buy it, you're SOL. And if you don't have Beatstars yet, you can sign up for a free month using the code Stafford30. I'll put the link in the description too. First step is I'm going to go to upload. And I'm going to click upload new. Now it's going to ask you for 3 main types of files for your beats. The first thing is you want an MP3. So I'm going to drag my MP3 in, and the MP3 should have a tag. Next, you're going to do an untagged wave. And then final step, you're going to upload the stems. And I don't want to hear none of that, oh, do I have to export the stems to all my beats, blah, blah, blah. Yes, if you're not uploading stems, there's a lot of people that won't even consider the beat if they can't get stems to it. Every time I export a beat, I export an MP3, an untagged wave, and stems. Even if you're not regularly posting on YouTube, this is a very fire strategy because you always have one with the tag, you always have one without the tag, and you always have the stems. So whatever an artist needs, you've got it. You put them all on Dropbox, boom, you've got it on your phone. So now I'm going to drag in my stems, and then I'm going to hit upload. Now, while these are uploading, hit create on production tracks. Now you're going to see all these different things on Beatstars. We're going to go through each section one by one. First things first, the title. You're going to pick at least 2 artists to name your beat after. So this beat is going to be a Baby Keem x Travis Scott type beat. On Beatstars, I always put the name of the beat before everything else, so that's the first thing that they see. After you've got a title, you want to go ahead and pick a picture. I like to do the picture first just to get it out of the way. You can do it in whatever order, it doesn't matter. That's just how I do it. So I'm going to go to a new tab. I'm going to look up Baby Keem aesthetic. This picture looks fire and it kind of fits with my branding on my beat channel. So I'm just going to use that one. We'll go back over to Beatstars, upload new image. Bam. And now that this thing on the side with all the uploading info is gone, that means everything's uploaded. So we'll go ahead and upload the beats to the right sections here. So this first one, untagged wave or MP3, just do your untagged wave that you put. I always do a wave for this. It's always good to have an MP3, a wave, and stems. Track stems, got it right there. And then tagged beat, boom. Now you're going to put 3 tags on it. Tags on Beatstars aren't super important because the algorithm on Beatstars is a little weird. Blowing up on Beatstars itself, like without YouTube, is kind of hard. But just to give yourself the best chance, go ahead and fill out the tags anyways. So I'm going to say Baby Keem Travis Scott, and Don Toliver. Now that we've got that, you can pick what your track type is. 99% of the time, it's just going to be a beat. But if it's other stuff, then obviously just pick the other category. As far as release date goes, I really just recommend uploading straight away. Like, don't even mess with this. That's me personally. Some people like to schedule it. That's fine if you want to do that, but this is just my method. Next step is picking your prices. So there's a lot of debate in the producer community of like what you should charge, whatever. My method, don't go too high and don't go too low. Don't be selling beats for like $2. Or what are you gonna do with $2? That doesn't even cover the tax on a Subway sub anymore. For my basic license, I give them the MP3 and the Wave for $35. I do $80 for the premium with the track outs and $100 for unlimited, but you can put them as whatever. I wouldn't go lower than $10 for the basic license, and I wouldn't go higher than like $40. Even $35 is a little bit high, but since I kind of have a following, I can charge that. But again, completely up to you. And then one other trick is I like to do a premium license where I give them stems, but I don't give them unlimited streams. So I made my own contracts for these, and basically this one has a streaming limit and this one doesn't. Nobody's ever going to buy this because they always want to spend $20 more and get the unlimited license for $100. And that just makes me 20 more bucks every time I make a sale. Because I used to charge $80 for the stems and unlimited, but now I just added this extra option. Good to go. And then really important, for exclusive licenses, always do make offer only. It's not really worth it to put a price on there because say you put like $500 and then 6 months later a label's hitting you up because you just got a song placed with some major artist. They're not going to give you no 5K if they know you're selling beats for $500. Don't ever put your exclusive license price out there, even like on Instagram or whatever. It's just not worth it. And then also, other really important thing, allow free downloads. I know a lot of people say like, oh no, free beats, whatever. You're not giving them a free beat. You're just letting them demo it. As long as it's not free for profit, they're going to be able to make a song on the beat, but they're not going to be allowed to upload anything. So having this option is great because it gives them a tagged version and it captures their email. I wouldn't really do the social follow because they only have Twitter, SoundCloud, and Beatstars. I don't know why they don't have Instagram. Beatstars, if you're watching this, you should fix that. But yeah, definitely capture their email because then you're going to be able to send follow-up emails to people as they buy beats and stuff from you. Next step, if you use third-party loops or samples, make sure you click this. This protects you. If you don't click this and you use a sample and somebody gets in trouble for it, you're the one that's got to pay. And when you select it, you can just put the sample title and where you got it from, so that way people can track it down if they need to contact whoever made it. Next, you're going to go ahead and pick your genres. They've got a bunch of different categories for the primary genre. I think they just added some recently too. And then the subgenre. For this, I'm just doing hip-hop, trap. You could do other ones if you want based on your type of beat, but most of the time, if it's a trap-ish kind of beat, you're going to have the best luck just picking trap as the subgenre. And then you can pick the mood. For this one, I'm going to say dark and intense. Then you're going to type in the BPM and the key. So this one is 127 beats per minute and it is in the key of E minor. And then the description really doesn't matter, or it hasn't in my experience. Some people say that if you just copy the title and put it in the description, it can help, but I don't think it really matters too much, to be honest. If you have collaborators, make sure to add them, especially like if you're using somebody's loop. Usually most of the time you just want to split it 50-50, but other than that, you're good to go. So go ahead and click publish, and that's all you have to do for Beatstars. And then really important is when you go to copy the link to put it on your YouTube, click these 3 dots that you get at the upload screen, hit share, and copy your pro page short URL. Now I'll show you why. So if you go to the marketplace, then you're gonna get this, which is great. You can see all the options and everything, but who are these people?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
These aren't my beats. These are random other people's beats. You don't want that. So we're going to go to the pro page short URL. Now you're on my store where you're only going to see my beats. You want to do this to make sure that if people are going to listen to another beat after, they're going to listen to your beats instead of giving a sale to somebody else. I'm sure that producer would be appreciative, but that's not what we're here for. So again, these 3 dots, share, and then copy this short URL. Now your beat's up on Beatstars, you're ready to start selling. Before we put it on YouTube, we got to make a video. So I'm just going to hop into Premiere Pro real quick, and I'm going to put my picture in, and then I'm going to put the audio in, and then I'm just going to stretch the picture all the way to the end here and move the scale up so it fits the screen like that. And this is all you really have to do for these videos. You don't need to do animations or anything fancy like that. You can go above and beyond if you want, but this is really all you need. Now we just wait for that to finish uploading, and we're going to head over to YouTube. The video is done, so we're going to go ahead and upload it now. While it's uploading, you can type in all the stuff you need to. And this is where it really gets good. This is all the stuff that matters, so make sure to pay attention for this part. So very first thing, with the title, you want to make sure that you've got a title that actually makes sense to the beat. It's very accurate to what type of beat it is, and it's short but simple. Some people be doing all this Baby Keem type beat 2022 X blah 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 featuring blah blah blah. Like, more words in the title doesn't mean better. So I'm just gonna say Baby Keem X Travis Scott type beat heist, and that's all I'm gonna put. You can put more if you want. I wouldn't go above like 70 characters in the top. You can see right here I'm using 44, and that's just because on the side thing on YouTube you're going to be able to see the full title. So that's what's been successful for me in the past, so I recommend you do the same, but you don't have to. Now the description, this is going to be pretty important. It's not the most important thing, but it's pretty important to helping you get more views. The description is where you're going to streamline the experience for anybody watching. You want to make it very easy on the eyes, not a ton of links, not too many words. Just make it basic. The very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the title, and I'm going to put it first thing in the description. This is going to boost your chances a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit of ranking. Next, I'm going to put an emoji. I'll just do like a money bag. This is what I normally do. And I'll say, buy this beat here. And then I'm going to go back to Beatstars, and I'm going to copy the pro page short URL. Again, make sure it's the pro page one. If your leases are really cheap, make sure you're putting that somewhere in the description. So if my leases were like $10, I would do something like that. But since mine aren't super cheap, I'm not going to put that in there. Next thing you want to do is in the description, you want to put the key in the BPM. So this one was 127 BPM, E minor. A lot of people are just going to YouTube to MP3 it to start, just so they can try making a song on it or whatever, and putting the BPM and key makes it a whole lot easier for them. Now the next part, not everybody has to do. I really only recommend it for beats with confusing arrangements, or if it's like pop or a more advanced genre, I guess, arrangement wise than trap. And that's where you can put different chapters in. And what I mean by that is you say 0, 0, 0, intro, and we'll say 0, 10, or whenever the beat drops, we'll say chorus, and so on and so forth. That's going to allow people to either click on where you were just typing to skip to that part, or you'll see a little chapters tab where you can click on those and skip to each part so that you know how the beat is arranged. But again, not super important. You don't have to do that. I usually don't. So those are the main things that you really need in the description, but I usually do a couple extras. So first things first, I'm going to put my contact. So I'll say my IG, I'll put like a little line here. Okay, IG at Stafford Beats, and then emails. I'll also say contact here. Emails, my first one, and I say don't send loops here. That's just my business one. And then my other one is loopsforstaff@gmail.com. Send loops here, because sometimes people are going to want to send you loops, so I like to put that in there just to have it instead of them having to hit me up on Instagram every time. But feel free to do that, by the way. I send out loops all the time. And then the last thing that I'm going to put in the description for now is a link to my kit store. So I'll say drum kits, sample packs, and more. theproducercrate.com. The Producer Crate is a crazy website. If you need high quality sounds, I look for sample makers and sound designers all over the place to try to find the best ones and feature all of them on that site. So there's nothing but fire in there, and my whole thing with it is I will never put a bad kit on there. I don't care who submits it. I don't care if it's Timbaland putting it out there. If the kit sucks, it's not going to go on the website. So be sure to check that out. But anyways, that's going to be the last thing that I put in the description. Next, your thumbnail. Most of the time, especially if you're just using the one picture videos, you can just click one of these and that'll be fine for the thumbnail. Next, playlist. I always like to put everything in a playlist just to make it easier for people. Sometimes they'll go through your channel and they really like, my Baby Keem beats. So they're going to click on that playlist and it's going to get it more streams and potentially more sales over time. So it's a little thing, but most of this stuff is little and it all adds up after a while. A lot of people make this mistake when they first make their YouTube channel and saying, yes, it's made for kids because there's nothing like vulgar or anything in there. Don't click that. That's going to put it on YouTube for kids and it's going to make it so people can't comment and it's going to take away basically any shot of the beat blowing up. You're probably not going to have any paid promo in a type beat, so I wouldn't select that. Don't select automatic chapters. Don't select places. It's not really necessary for type beats. And then the most important part to your YouTube videos is putting tags on your beats. And I don't mean voice tags. I mean tags, search tags, SEO. This is how people are going to find your beat, especially right off the bat. You need solid tags. So when you're making a type beat and you're putting it on YouTube, you don't want to pick an artist that has millions and millions of monthly listeners right off the bat, because if you don't have any subscribers, you're going to be in an oversaturated pool of everybody trying to do the same type beats. So don't do Future, Lil Baby type beat. Those aren't going to rank right off the bat. Baby Keem is one of those ones where it kind of can rank right now. I'm trying to break into that lane, so I'm just trying to see if it'll work for me. But yeah, so let's get into the tags. So you can see this thing here is not normally on YouTube. This is a program called vidIQ. There's a Chrome extension for it, and I love using it because it shows you how likely you are to rank on stuff. So when you're looking at these, you can see a few different things. You can see the overall score in this little black box here. You can see the keyword volume, competition score, and weight class. Really, the most important thing when you're seeing these recommended tags is to see what your weight class is. If it's 1, you don't have a really great shot of ranking on something. You still can, but it's probably not going to. But sometimes it's good to have those tags where you don't have a high weight class, because then YouTube knows what you're trying to break into. I'm going to go ahead and select Baby Keem type beat, free Baby Keem type beat, Baby Keem type beat free. And basically you want to just put in any tags that are like mildly relevant to your beat. So I'm going to put Travis Scott type beat. I will say Don Toliver X Baby Keem type beat. And then I'm going to do some more tags like that. But the really, really important part of this is that you're picking some things that you will for sure rank on. So one of those things could be the title. So I'm just going to copy the title exactly how it is, and I'm going to put it in here. More than likely, nobody else is going to have another beat worded exactly like this and have it be the most relevant. So that's guaranteeing that I'm going to rank on that. After you rank on that, the weight class that you see in these other tags is going to start going up over time, and you're going to be able to rank on those later on. So now I'm just going to fill out the rest of the tags. I'm going to do some other ones that I know for sure I'll rank on. So I'll do Stafford, Stafford beats, and then I'm going to put the producer crate on here. It's going to be an easy one for me to rank on because I have it in the description so it'll recognize it. But I don't care about somebody searching the producer crate and finding this beat. But I know that it'll rank if I do that. So when you first start out, you just want to start filling up the tags with things you know you'll rank on, and make sure you fill the whole tag section. Alright, so now that my tags are full, I'm going to go ahead and click copy all. And I'm just going to scroll down on the description here, hit enter a few times, and then Control V. Just paste them all down here. And then I usually put something like tags, ignore. And this way, you're going to have certain words in your title, your description, and your tags, which is going to give you the best chance at ranking on something. So now that we've got the tags, make sure to select a language if there's any words in it. Doesn't really matter for type beats. Category, if you're doing a type beat, do music. If you're doing tutorials, I would click on like entertainment. That's usually going to get you more views. And then for comments or ratings, I just do allow all comments, and then I'll manually delete any like spam or weird ones. Sometimes this option is good, but honestly, I just use allow all. And then show how many viewers like this video. Keep that on. There's no point in hiding it. Everybody's got to start somewhere, you know? Next, we're going to add an end screen. If you don't have any other beats, it's okay. You don't really have to put anything here. At least put like a subscribe button. And then you can also do most recent upload, even if this is your only upload. And it'll automatically update as you upload more. And then the other one, I'm just going to do another one of the Baby Keem type beats that I just recently did. And then add a card. I'm going to go ahead and put one at the very start here. I'll just do a video. So if somebody's seen that already and they want to click on it, it might get another view. Then we're going to click next. Make sure there's no copyright issues found. I hit next. And then we're just going to do public. Don't schedule it. Don't do a premiere. Don't private it and then make it not private later. All of that stuff is going to be detrimental to your views. So just instantly publish as soon as everything's good to go. And now you've got your beat up. Another trick with vidIQ is you can actually refresh the page and you'll be able to see if you're ranking on anything. So you can see here, this says number 3. If somebody searches this exact thing, it's going to be number 3 for them, which is good because now on my new channel, I'm ranking on something, which means that as long as people are clicking on it, then eventually I'm going to start ranking on the bigger stuff. And YouTube knows that I want to rank on Baby Keem type beats, so I'm going to continue to do those and hope that it blows up. Now the last thing I'm going to show you is we're going to head over to YouTube Studio and we are going to go to customization, branding. Make sure that your profile picture and your banner are clean. They don't have to be anything crazy. You can do a watermark if you want so that people can subscribe while they're in the video. And then for the basic info, make sure you fix your handle as well. Sometimes like this one, since it's a new channel, it just automatically gives it a title with numbers. So I'm just going to take those numbers off. And now I've got @Beats by Stafford. And then put any links here that you want. So I'll put the producer crate in this one as well. But always, always, always at least have your Instagram and your website. We'll click publish. And then the very last thing you can do to boost your chances with YouTube is go to settings and then channel. Now in here, you can type keywords just like you did with the video, but it'll be for your whole channel. For this part, you don't want to fill it up all the way. You just want to do a few major tags so that YouTube knows the topic of your channel. So I'll say Baby Keem type beat. I'll say type beat, trap type beat. And I'm going to keep it very, very basic on here because I don't want it to think that I'm a different type of channel and start trying to get me to rank on other things and then not actually show stuff to the audience that I'm looking for. So we'll click save and that's it. I've got a few more points I want to cover before closing out the video that are really going to help your growth on YouTube. So first thing, like I said, make sure you're only posting your best beats. Your best beats are going to attract the most amount of people, and it's going to be your tool to get people to come back to your channel and continue listening to your beats because they know it's going to be fire. So put your all into every single one of those. Second thing, consistency. Make sure that you are being consistent with how you upload on YouTube. It doesn't matter if you upload once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. Don't do any less than once a week and don't do any more than like 5 or 6 times a week. Ideally, you should be doing about every other day, every 3 days, something like that. But contrary to some people's beliefs, it's not about posting super often. Like, you're not gonna grow twice as much if you post twice a day instead of once a day. You're gonna oversaturate your YouTube. You're gonna give the videos you already put out less time to perform well because it's gonna be consistently putting new focus on every new video you do, and it won't matter. Think about people like Mr. Beast. He only uploads maybe like once a month, sometimes even less than that, but his videos still go crazy in the algorithm. And that's not just because he's Mr. Beast, but because he's studied this so much and he knows what he's doing. So if one of the best YouTubers out there is doing that, then I think you're okay to only post every other day or every 3 days. As far as sales go, you're probably gonna see your first sales start to roll in once you've got like 500 to 1,000 views on a beat. It really depends on the genre that you're in, what type of beat it is, how good the beat is, and a bunch of other factors, but I would say 500 to 1,000 is a pretty good average. Aside from that, anytime you network with a new artist or somebody wants to look at your beats, don't just send them a catalog of your beats from like Dropbox or whatever, but also send them a YouTube link and let them know that you're posting consistently. And one thing to keep in mind is that there's a lot of people who say type beat channels are super oversaturated and there's too many people doing it. While that's true, every producer has an Instagram, every producer basically has a Beatstars, every producer's got like a Twitter or a Discord or something like that, you know. These things are gonna get saturated, but having your hand in as many pots as possible is gonna be what's best for you as a musician, because you want different sources of income. Yes, it may be hard to get type beats as a primary source of income, but making $100-200 extra a week for having a tiny channel can be really helpful. So even if it's not your main focus, it doesn't take that long to do, and I really recommend that you try it. Other than that, I really hope you liked the tips in the video. If you learned anything, comment below what it was that you heard for the first time that you didn't know before. And make sure to like, subscribe, send this to a friend who needs help with their type beat channel, and make sure to join my Discord so you can network with other producers and start getting some collabs in. I'm always in there dropping gems, giving out free stuff, and always giving out discounts on my Producer Crate website, where you can find the best sounds. Other than that, good luck with your YouTube adventure.